Okay. Hello, everyone that's watching. It's been a while since the last video. Today we're gonna keep working on our robot. Hopefully, we're gonna go really far today. Although I don't have that much time, but I wanted to make one last stream before end of the year. So just to recap, this is where we left off last time. And there is a new setting that I created for the stream. I tried to increase the font size a little bit, and I switched to the default uh, color theme of Houdini in the hopes that it will improve the legibility just a little bit. So maybe it's coming with better quality than before. Um, I don't have the best connection available, so that's why I'm doing only 1080p streaming. If I ever record tutorials, I think that those are gonna be 4K for sure. But yeah. So, anyways, let's choose. Why don't why don't we start? So let me pop up the parameter settings as per usual. Let's put this on always on top, and we can hide this guy so that we see only our model. Today I want to keep working on the maybe some of the joints, and also I think I'm gonna get rid of this piece and I'm gonna make the head really tiny because I want him to wear a helmet. So there is that. I think that's better. So yeah. Also we need to finish up with the chest piece, everything like that. So one thing that I want to do is take a look at the references. So yeah, let's take a look at the references. It's gonna be a helmet just like this, I mean similar to this one, and maybe we can take some reference from the feet right here. But right now I want to focus on the chest before we get into the head. I want to focus on the chest and this section right here, which is still not complete. So actually, this is a pretty good reference for what we want to do. You know, maybe I can bring the notes back just a second. Let me hide this guy and turn on modeler. And I want to start maybe just as a temporary measure. I can start to name some of these pieces. And actually, there is something that I wanted to share that I discovered. Here we can name the pieces, so I don't have to come here and press enter or anything. Well, it's not going to be enter, but I have to. So now I can just select this guy. As you can see, the name changes. I think it does. Okay, now it does definitely. So now I can come here and can put armor. Um, and this is going to be shoulder piece, shoulder piece, something like that. And maybe I can come here and do our typical extracting, do all E to get rid of this guy, and I can put armor helmet and do that. Actually, those are more or less the only two pieces that I have right now for armor, because everything else is still like the bare bones, or what it will be the armor. So now I can do Control F and go for armor, select all. I press A, move the mouse down, and now I have here like a little group for the armor pieces. And now I can turn them off. And this is going to be useful. There is another thing that we can do. As you know, I need to get, because we have a particular setup for the mirroring. If I even if I hide pieces here, they're gonna show in the mirror group. So the best way to to deal with that is to just extract them from here and move them upstream. So let me see. Let me see if I can remember what these pieces are about. Oh yeah, I don't think we are gonna use those anymore. These are more like trash right now. Obviously, our piston first geometry. So let me maybe put this here, and this is gonna be like, let's make it black or maybe dark gray. So what I'm thinking is maybe we can have like main mirror, right? Uh, this is our reference body, which maybe we're not gonna use anymore. So let me just let me cut and paste and put it here. Even if we're not gonna use it anymore, we're probably gonna use it. But let me make a separate container, and now I want to do maybe a new subnet. Let's make a subnetwork, and wait, I think that there is okay, there was an issue there, but I can call this armor modeling, right? And I can copy and paste the mirror. I can copy this node and we can go to the object merge, and I come here and I just do it like this. And now we have like two separate groups now, one for armor and another one for the main model. Just check something here real quick. Okay. Now we have this, and I would like to, yeah, we can work like that. I'm thinking on, and this is only because of visual reference, I'm thinking of having, yeah, this is good. I'm thinking of, I can control X here, and we can go to the armor modeling. Now we got this. Let's go back to here and see why it's not working. Let's just do this again. Why it's not? Okay, let me see what's happening here. I can say okay, and I can do this, and then I can do into this object mirror. Okay, now it's working. That's great. That's pretty cool. There's one more thing that I want to do, and maybe that would be to, let's delete the history and color this guy. Um, let's make it. Maybe we can make it like. Can also make it white. Something like that. This is only for now. And I'm also doing this because now that it is a separate setup, we can just turn it off like this. That's really good. Remove this to make some space. Okay, so that's great. Now we can keep working. So maybe let me just do a quick pass over everything, and then we focus on the things that we said we were going to focus. So let's tweak this. Okay, let me just redo that. Scroll the selection and do a tweak. That's good. I just noticed that I lost the panel there. So let me just quickly recover it. Let's make it floating here. And do an always on top. It's good. Maybe we can hide the stalwarts. And yeah, let's make this just so that's smaller. And this guy, maybe we can work a little bit on it. So I can come here, and this was only to visualize how it will look. So let me get rid of this for now. Let me select this guy and do Control P, quadrangle grid. Oh, we got that. I'm thinking, oh, if I remember to switch the screens, yeah, for this is the first one of today. Sorry for that. I'm always forgetting about that. I was thinking that I could also increase the width of the wireframe. And just so it doesn't look so ugly, maybe we can close this guy. Okay, this is gonna be more a little bit complicated, but let's see how good we can do this. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking of extending this guy like this. Right now, let's just do this, and we make sure that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can select this guy, and I can come here and select this guy, and let's do a bridge connected. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. Maybe we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we missed one. So let's quickly address that. So maybe I can do one more cut over here, and let's see if the result it's better now. Let's do a bridge connected, and it is actually it's quite a bit better. So now I just snap this guy into place, and let's do the same here, just like that. Now let me tweak it. Let me tweak this to the right as well. That's good. Maybe that was too much. Okay, so we can do the same thing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time we got 5. Thinking maybe I can do this. Now, and let's do the bridge connected. Now we have this, and I can just select this, flatten to the right. That's nice. Now I can we need to leave this guy here for now, but maybe I can delete this one, or just put it there in the meantime. So right now, obviously, looks a bit weird that now that he's like that. So maybe we can brush it. Let me see if I can brush it. I actually I cannot see the brush size. I don't know why it's not showing right now. Yeah, sometimes I have that issue. So let me see if a quick reset give us the, no, it's not working. So one thing that we're gonna do quickly is to just reset Houdini to see if that is of any help. Let's do that. Let's load the latest file. I actually need to make a new version. Let's just think this is better. And what is this? I don't think we need that anymore. Yeah. So let me, oh, that's a bunch of notes. So maybe we turn on modeler, delete history, and also, let's make a new version of this. Let's say it's 26. And let's hide this and see if it's now working. Well, one more thing before doing that. Let me bring up, let me bring a panel of parameters. It's always on top. Actually, I don't think I need this anymore. Yeah, I don't need to set it up as always on top anymore. Just discovered the other day there was a setting just to fix that issue, and it's over here. Keep floating windows on top. Really useful, especially on Linux, because I think the Windows behavior is like this by default. So yeah, it was useful to find about that. So I don't need to do that anymore. Just retoggle that, and let's see if it's working now. Yeah. I don't know. We're having some issues with the radios not displaying, but I mean, we can just work like this. I don't have to see the radius. Um, Maybe we figure out what was causing the issue. Can mention this to Alexa, but for now, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the list. So maybe we can push this in. We can push this out. Uh, yeah. Obviously, getting the corner, it's always the border edge. It's always tricky, but think even though that's true, still easier than using only tweak mode. I love the brush tool, by the way. I really love it. So maybe now we have something like this. Obviously, we can do this. So wait, now we do this. So looks more, it's a bit more like a sculpt, skull. Okay. We're also missing one more thing, and that is that you guys know I like to have my views. So I want to see this guy from the front. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Just want to take a quick break. Okay, we're back. I just found out a pretty nice feature. If you use control on the left mouse click, you move it along the normals. It acts sort of a peak, so that's extremely useful. We can smooth it out a little bit as well. Can smooth it here. Oops. Let's get back. Maybe something like this. And push it along the normals. And something like this. You can also use the cage modeling. With this, let me show you guys. It's this one right here, view subdiv. And this way, this way we can see the cage. I'm thinking maybe I don't like this as much, but I think the best way to flatten that section is to not use a brush, but instead a selection. So, can make this edge more pronounced. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'm thinking this guy should actually come inside, so let's tweak and push it in, do the same thing for this row. Okay, without, let me do it properly. Click, click. Okay. something like this. I'm thinking this guy head is looking a little ugly on the front. Maybe this thing, yeah, maybe something like that is better. Yeah, definitely. So one thing that I'm doing, and you are not seeing me do it because of the viewport issue, is I'm varying the radius using the mouse wheel. So that's one thing that I'm doing. As you can see, right now it's smaller, and if I do this, it's much bigger. So I have been doing that for a while. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this last change. Maybe let me go back. And this being smaller is better. But what I can do is can push these apart. Now I can smooth this a bit. Okay. Something like that. On this edge, it's a little bit, these corners a bit problematic, and I can open it. And that's a way, should make something like this and bevel this point like that. Wait a second. Maybe I can. Yeah, something like this. And this way I can get, I have a like a row of polygons like this. But I'm gonna do that later. Let's keep it like that for now. me take a look at the reference for a second. I'm just not too convinced about the forehead. Need to insert one more loop here because I'm missing some resolution to add some extra detail. Also, I'm also thinking that I could just maybe not. We can just do this and get some extra. Okay, I think it's enough. It's enough with this face. Let's work on other sections of the model and then we can come back. But I think it's looking better. Definitely the shape has more character now. Now, with the extra resolution, maybe I can better define this shape. Another thing that we can do is like I can push this out like this, and then I can push this in. Sort of like this. Let me smooth the inside, and now when we subdivide this, in a second, obviously these corners are gonna be much sharper later when we add some edge loops to better hold the shape, but since doing that complicates working with the base topology too much, I'd rather do that later. Yeah, let's leave it like that. It's okay if it looks just a tiny bit silly for now, because this guy is gonna have a helmet, and with the helmet, the point of the helmet is that he's gonna look much more serious when he's got the helmet on. So it's a good thing that he doesn't look too angry or too aggressive without the helmet, because the whole point is to have contrast in the design. Okay, so let's get over the head for now, and let's just make this thicker. Mentioned before, but these ones are gonna be articulated once we are doing the rigging of this guy. Also, I think I should hide this piece just a second. Let me bring in the panel real quickly. So here we're gonna name this frame chest. Oops, give me a second here. Okay. Let me just rotate this better. Thinking we can push this one in. This, I really like the angle. Maybe we can even... The problem is that this piece right now is too... It's too large, so let's do something like this. Same thing for this piece. I mean, I could have just moved this whole thing up. This, okay. I think we also need to rotate this one. Let me help it a little bit with this. And for now, these are mainly for reference because we're gonna be modeling new ones, or well, maybe more modeling on top of these ones. But yeah. This one should be on the inside, maybe something like that. Maybe bring pull out the frame just for now. I want to, let me create this in object level, and I want to introduce a primitive here. So let me fix this for real quickly. I just put 0 here and 250. Okay, I don't think this is... Oh yeah, I know what's happening. Oh, never mind, it's not working. Okay, this is not modeler's fault, it's just the viewport in Houdini. That is... It's a bit old. Hopefully the new open Vulkan one is gonna make things much better. But yeah, this sort of issue is it's common. Okay, about the neck. Let me take a look at the reference again. See if something comes to mind. And they, most of the time, they just go for a... Let me look for some reference that is actually... You switch the screen, but I'm not going to forget this time to switch it. I really like something like this. Another thing that I'm also noticing... Oh, this looks amazing. Maybe we can do something like that real quick. Just to have it in mind. We don't forget about it. Okay, it's something like this here, or here. Only problem is that it is messing with our silhouette a little bit, but we can work it out. Can put it on the back. Okay, that makes sense. I like how that looks. Okay, so I mean, obviously, just want to have some bit of inspiration. We don't want to steal the design or anything. So I select these guys, and I can bring it down. Okay, so let me hide everything else. Oops. Okay. Okay, I think we're having a small problem here. Show all. Okay, this is the guy that we want to work on. Goes others, hide others. Okay, there's definitely an issue here. Let me see if I can. Piston 3. This is piston 2, piston 3. Once I do that and say hide others. Okay, we're coming back to the. Yeah, this is definitely weird. But we're having this issue right now. Let's see if I can do something about it. I think the base piston is upside. Should be, yeah. It's here. And these ones are. Yeah, this is once again a Houdini thing. This is not Molar thing. Doesn't make it less annoying. But yeah. Okay, let me see. Wondering why I'm losing the transformations, but I think it's gonna. Let me make a copy just to be safe, and let me see if this actually helped us. If we say hide everything else, okay, I don't know. Making a copy seemed like it helped. So yeah, let's go for something like that for now. So I'm just going to copy and paste this, and it seems like the issue just came back. Let me see if I can. Extremely annoying. That will be piston 4. For this guy, the one thing that I'm gonna do that I'm pretty sure is gonna fix things is let's freeze the transformation, and now should be working. Okay, let me goes the other, and if you guys remember correctly, just selected this one and Shift H, move it to the side, and now I want to make some sort of base for this. Actually, let's not do that. Instead, I'm just going to select these guys and do a Q-tube. Now do this and increase the radius. Um, should do the same for this one. Actually, Shift H. Me orient this guy and move it here. You definitely lose flexibility whenever you don't work like perfectly oriented in the orthographics view. But what else can we do? So I'm actually thinking I could just rotate this guy like this. And now this one comes here. And yeah, I mean, if I go for something really close to the reference, I think I'm hmm. You know why I forgot to switch the screen again? Even though I said I won't forget. Yeah, I was trying to get inspired by this piece. Let's see if I can find something more squarish. Welding marks here looks cool. Hmm. Like the square neck. That's good. But I think for this guy, what we need to do is can make this one smaller and like this. You know, another thing, maybe if I have never worked with this feature, but I think I need it. I can orient the construction plane to this face, and then that will make orienting things way easier. So I believe there is a tool for that. So let me take a quick look and see if I can find it. Obviously, I'm gonna switch here. So it should be here on top. If not, I think Houdini has one. Okay, line view, cups angle, isolines. I don't think we have a tool for construction plane. Okay, so maybe let me see if we have a tool for that. If not, maybe I need to look for it. I can bring the construction plane and I can say home unselected geometry. Okay, can I orient it? Aligned. Align C plane with view and angle. Construction plane handle. I mean, there is a tool. If I select these guys, there is a tool. It's called Align View. Which one it is? Okay, let me hide the construction plane, the handle for a second, and let me repeat the commands. Okay, let me hide it for a second to see if that does anything. Okay, let me hide every single, only select this one view. Trying to learn how this tool works, but okay. So definitely align view to align the viewport so that it looks at the construction plane if it is visible or at the selected face. So right now this one's not working, but if I say, or I mean, obviously, or I don't know how to use it. Frame, selected geometry, toggle orthographic view, align view. This one is working for us. And if I bring up the construction plane, giving it a click, and now I set to, okay, let's just, oh, this is the one. So we need to align C-plane with viewing angle. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's also because the this command wasn't working perfectly either. So as you can see, it's not perfectly. So I'm looking at it perfectly. So that's why the C-plane is not perfectly oriented. So maybe, let me see if I can instead. Okay, I think I know what's happening. I was using the tool wrongly. Yeah. So let's just forget about that and view an angle. Yeah. I think we need to stick with the old handle and try to make it work like that. Let me see if I can somehow select the handle. I don't know why it's not letting me move it. So I think I will have to see a tutorial about this. Definitely. This is one part that I don't really know how to use. So the handle, not sure how to manipulate it, but yeah, I definitely need to learn how to do that, but yeah, whatever. So I think maybe for now I can choose something like this. Control F. Me orient this handle like this and then push it in. Now I can make it slightly bigger and move it up. Now let me clean this. This. I think this is the first round bevel that I introduced in the design. Maybe it's time. Orient this guy to about these guys. I can just come here and move it down and these guys and move it in. Can merge these two. Come here to combine. I can hide this and come back to the three views. Hey, okay. Hmm. Wonder why. Okay, I think I know why. Come here and let me delete this one. Now it's working. Let's come back to this guy and these two, and let me just flatten this selection. How many polygons do we have? We have 12. I'm thinking of redoing this YouTube, and instead of using 12, let me use 16. Delete this guy and enter and push it down, or move it down, I should say. Now from the front, can make it like this. So it's 0 here. Okay, that minus 180, 0, and minus 30. Now I can just come here and do something like this and delete half of it. So can say minus X, say clip. Now we have it both sides like this. This one goes up, and I'm not gonna ghost it, but show it all. If I want to see the wireframe on the rest of the geometry, I go to markers and say that will be hmm, actually should be having the wireframe view. Sure, why not? Oh, maybe I need to come up to obj and see if that display geometry. No, never mind. Just wanted to have the wireframe also show on the mirror, but it's not. Didn't find a way to do it. You can use the tweak tool. That. And just color this piece a bit darker. Oh, damn. Let me see if I can recover something because I don't think I save. Really didn't like that. Just gonna go on a little break while I restart. Okay, we're back and I was able to recover everything. That's good. So this guy is bothering me right now. So before proceeding with the neck, let me see if we can just see if I can. Obviously I hide this guy, but it's showing. So wow, we still have controls for the OBJ. Wait a second. Okay, I went from 0 and 0, but if I go to object, the gizmo still not making sense. So I'm a bit confused. Not that it matters too much. So for now, let's put two small ones. Let's say here. I can move this down. Let's tweak to the left. What I was thinking of doing before this thing crashed was to select this guy, copy and paste, Shift H select, can move it up, scale it up, color it black or close to black. Oh, come on, what it is with this shape, man? It doesn't like it one bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna go on another break. We're back. Maybe let's see if we can make it crash again. Jesus Christ. So let me hide everything else. And do this. Okay. Hide the parameters. So this piece is up, right? I want to do this. Wait a second. Like this. And let me isolate this for a second. I want to make this piece whole. So let me do 3. Now I choose fill. Not split, but fill. Let me redo that. Select this guy, press fill, and I press C, and I get this. Now I can delete this guy. Let me save because we don't know if it's gonna crash again. Let me do this and push it. Maybe even delete it. Yeah. Now we have this guy, and let me see the rest of ghosted, and can move these guys up. This. Display geometry. It's all good. About this guy, maybe I can do this. Let me move it down and can start to something like this, maybe. Change the color to maybe something like this. Let me transform this to points and push this out. This. I can use the influence. Forget it. Maybe I can choose do an edge flow. That's better. Can move these guys in. Well, I should say, push this out. All right, let's work with few polygons for now while we figure out a proper shape. So just copy and paste this guy and move it down. I do it again. Let's bridge. Let's do the same thing here. Okay, let me align these guys a bit, the very least. So, okay. Okay, let me try that one more time. It's not letting me. Let me do it one at a time. Now forget it. Oh, come on. Okay, let me hide everything else. And these two. Okay, now I see the problem. We have this guy here. Jeez. Okay, it's working now. Good. Okay, select these two guys. Pick this out. This little bit, and maybe I can pick this one as well. And do a flow. Can see. This guy makes much more sense if it's pointing out instead of in. Let me see if I can component this and move it out. I can move, maybe I can move this one to the back. Yeah, it's better. I think this guy is too big. Let's see where this guy is. Can select this too. Okay. Hide everything else. I think there is one thing that I'm not doing, and that is to only work with half of the model. I think that's better. But actually, there is one drawback. First, let me just combine these two, right? And the one drawback is if I have to scale it down. So if I symmetrize it quickly, and I can also press N and select everything, now I can scale it down more easily. Okay, let me turn off symmetry. Let me delete the history. Now I think I can do that properly. Yeah. Maybe this can be on the back like this. There's one more. There's another thing that we can do, and that is center pivot. Useful stuff. I can move the actual object, although we already know that using object transformation sometimes can mess up with once we get inside the object itself. Yeah, I think we have some space there. Okay, it's not bugging out. Okay. Now we can also cut it. I can tweak it out. This. Then this section needs to be. Let me see how it will look if I actually. There's also a cable tool that I have never tried. So maybe I can give it a try right now. This tool is giving me some issues right now. Not sure why. Hmm. Can use the tweak. Can use the tweak tool and move this guy like this. Okay, so let's try the actual cable tool. Oh, it's not a cable tool per se, but we can use it to make cables. So let me delete the history, and I think it's just the curve tool. I think I'm gonna go for a poly curve, but let me first see if this is gonna work, because if this works like this, it's actually gonna be handy. Let me see if the first dot is like that. Yeah, not too sure how that played out, but let me try it again. Okay, if I do so, modeler hotkeys will be disabled in this state. So if I do this, polycurve, and I click, yeah, I don't know. Obviously the selection is not helping, so I'm thinking maybe I can see this, do this from the backside. And I do a polycurve. Switch to edit mode. And I do, if you press K, sorry, need to turn off modeler actually to edit the curve. Now I can select all the points, and we do this. I can choose it's not the easiest tool to use. But it's not too bad either. Can do something like this. So I select all the points, and let me see if this works. Bring up modeler. And how will this play it out? Loft curve, sweep. I select a curve and I do sweep. It's not working, but if I select primitive, I do a sweep. Okay. Now if I do parent slider, I can control the thickness. Yeah, this is good. Can also throw in a resample now. And I can say treat as subdiv. And I choose go for points. Something like that. Okay, come back to here for a second. And just forget about the actual curve node and just edit the points. Like this. Move this one closer. What happens if I use the knife? Okay, never mind. Okay, let me see what the edit curve will do. Okay, it's just another node for curve. This is good. Throw in one more point here. Just do this. I can just move this one top. Like this. And I also think this guy should be thicker. Maybe. Come back here and move these guys to the back. And this one to the front. This one right over here. Yeah. Okay. Let's leave it like that for now. And we can actually give it a color. And let's fix the symmetry not working. So what we do is we refresh this guy. Okay, let's do it again. That's it. Now let me hide this. Let me go for a lasso, and in this view, thinking maybe moving the head just a tiny bit forward. I think curvature is good in this case, but not for this. We have a bit of a mess here, but we're gonna fix this later. What if I go for the opposite shape. Something like this, actually. Transform this into points. Let me do that again. Never mind. So let's move these points. Let's tweak them to the inside. Maybe I can move these two guys down. One more thing about the head, and that is, I think, move it up like this. Move it back. Let me do a center pivot. Move these guys. Okay, let me do a center pivot, but first combine these guys. Okay. Now I can move and do a instead of doing an extrude, it's better if I just do a extend. Like this. Let's pick this. This, okay. Let's move these guys in again. Yeah, let's not make the eyes bigger, but I think because of the other changes, I think to maybe brush the face a little bit. This up. I think I can move this slightly to the front. This a bit to the side, especially this. Let me see how it will look like doing some more copy and pasting of this section. But first, let me ghost everything else and just first delete this. Okay, now we can copy paste. Let's do that again. Just go over a few changes here. Maybe this is too much. You go back to the reference for a second. Maybe instead of doing this, I can do something like this. and I select these guys and I push it down, or I extend it down, something like this, and let me do a flatten. Okay, never mind. What I'm thinking of. This guy like this, and let me do another one and push these guys out. Yeah, something like this. And then about the hip, I think I can extend this down, push this one to the side, and can do this, tweak it in. Actually, let's do it again. Let's not make a mistake here. Something like this. Now I do an edge loop and select this guy, and maybe let's go all the way to see how it will look. I do this, and then I bridge these two guys together. Let me select this and tweak it out. Then I do something like this, and let me do select these guys, and looks like a giant diaper actually. Shouldn't be working with thickness right now, actually, but and also these guys don't make that much sense. So B, C, okay. Can delete this guy right here and do a bridge connected. Nice. Oh, I can see the radius again. Don't know what happened, but it's back. There's 4 of these guys, so let's make sure you have the same. Let's go for B and what? Frame doesn't make much sense now. But I think we can keep it with some caveats. So let me delete these guys. Actually, I should get rid of the thickness for now. So let me push this down. Actually, this guys remove top. Let's refresh the mirror. Okay. See if I can see something that caught my attention. Okay, having an idea right now. Let me move this guy top for now. I think I can make this shape more interesting if I just shut apart like this. So this is better. So this is way too. think I need to detach these guys. Especially here. I think I can extract. Now we'll do the same for these guys. Okay. Should be better. It's extracted. Now I can come here and just like that, maybe push it in. Now this dude, I can think I can also extract the back because this, hey, extract. I can move this guy, this, and down. We can bring this thing, this, and now delete these guys. Do this. This we can push it in. And maybe we can even extend these guys and flatten. About this back section, We can get rid of this loop. Yeah, it's extra detail that is not really helping us. Not too sure about this chest detail, but doesn't look too bad actually. I think I need to try to a second here so that I can do this. Maybe I can introduce cut here and can pick it out. This same deal for this thing. A little bit more. Now we just do some tweaking. Maybe I can split it apart. Okay, it's the head that when I use the brush tool doesn't show the radius. Something's going on with the head. Not sure why, but this mesh is the problem. Okay, let me choose this. Maybe I can choose pick it. Never mind. It's not gonna be the easiest thing to can choose flatten this, then do this. How about this guy? I can just do it by hand. Okay, about this. I think if I do a bridge, okay, no. Okay. Not a good idea to do that. Noted. So what about these two? Okay, that's better, but actually it will be even better if I just do that. Now we choose. Now wait a second. Okay. Do this. Do it like this. Now this guy goes with this one. Now I choose Tweak it in. And I think actually I'm making a mistake because I'm not looking at the full face right now. So this might be completely irrelevant. Let's see the whole face. Oh, I think we're good. Okay, so there's one thing that I want to do, and that is okay, never mind. I'm trying just to move the tip, but it's not letting me. Okay. Oh, the other side looking beautiful. Let me see if that's something we can fix. Refreshing this guy. Yeah. What a weird thing. Okay, guys, I think that's more or less it for today. It's definitely taking shape now. That's nice. We're not close to finish, but we are more there than we're getting close. Definitely. Yeah, guys. Wish you all a happy new year. Bye.